everyone, and welcome to Flashback. The 2018 Mid-Season Invitational is underway, an international tournament where 14 regions compete for the title of MSI Champion. But to earn the right to even play, some newer regions need to first fight it out in the play-in stage. Let's see what happened. MSI is the first event of the year where rival regions can set the scene for the competition to come. It was a battle for Latin American supremacy as LATAM South's Chaos Latin Gamers took on LATAM North's Rainbow 7. Audi and Tierwolf were out for blood early, seeking out duels and looking to put their jungle stamps on one of the region's biggest rivalries.
Audi doesn't really care about the game, just cares about trying to kill Tierwolf. That's all he's been doing this game. Has the flash, jumps in, trying to seek his spear. Tierwolf turns it back around though. The 1v1, Tierwolf wins it out! Who's the better jungler now?
But it was KLG's team fighting and their surprise top lane carry Nate that secured the win and gave KLG a rare regional edge over Rainbow 7.
Chase coming in from the rest of KLG as Nate jumps into the backline. White Lotus low, Gerald the front line, but White Lotus is dead, and KLG collapse on the fight.
However, their victory didn't last long because 2 days later, Rainbow 7's White Lotus took back the crown for LATAM North and will continue to hold it until Rift Rivals later this year.
White Lotus finally shows up to the MSI stage, a double kill at the end.
Regional feuds aside, at MSI there was one team everyone was talking about, Gambit Esports, representing the Commonwealth of Independent States. After kicking off with a quick win against KLG, they then took on Southeast Asia's newcomers Ascension Gaming. It was an intense match from the get-go as fight after fight resulted in a near dead even game. But just when it seems like Ascension found their breakout moment, Lodic's killer instinct took over and he made it rain with a clutch 1v3 outplay.
Maybe Lodic can turn it here. Is he gonna get it? He has so much healing. He gets the double. Kaisa is out of control in this game.
From there, Gambit and their standout AD carry couldn't be stopped on their way to a hard-fought victory. Gambit sailed ahead to secure an impressive 4-1 standing in the first 2 days of MSI, and their first place hopes were on the line when they took on Rainbow 7 in their final game. If Gambit Esports won, they would take first place uncontested, but if they lost, Rainbow 7 would force a tiebreaker. But Gambit was more than ready for Rainbow 7, and while the kill score was close, the gold was not, as Gambit's superior macro play slowly pushed Rainbow 7 off the rift. In a last-ditch effort to save their tournament lives, the Latin Americans challenged Gambit at the Elder Dragon pit, but it was too little, too late.
A 4v5 for 55 seconds, and no! Gambit, they get the rest of the picks, and the celebration started early, and it is well earned!
After going 5-1 in the play-in stage, Gambit Esports qualified for the knockout stage, where they would be joined by one more team from Group B. Turkey's Supermassive Esports was touted as the top play-in squad to watch with their mix of Turkish and imported Korean talent. Yet they had their work cut out for them early in Group B when they took on Oceania's Direwolves. It got off to a rocky start when a 3-man hit squad took out Zeitnot, and after that it stayed close with a slew of hotly contested fights.
And throwing out the damage, biting it home, but King still alive on the backside. GBM wants to get something, he's burning down, he's not out yet!
But all Supermassive needed was one Baron to take over the game, and Fabulous took no quarter to help nab a close win. Supermassive then had no problem against LJL's Pentagram, and they quickly dismantled the Japanese team to glide into their second win of the day.
Not feeling himself, he flashes over that wall, he wants one more, there's the 4th shot, walking forward, bang baby, double kill!
Then, the Turkish squad faced off against Brazil's Kaboom Esports. It was an absolute stomp from the start, and once Supermassive got the edge, there was no stopping their snowball as they rolled over Kaboom to prove they were truly the play-in team to beat.
It's just a mess! Supermassive will wrap this game up in record time.
They pick up the 3-0 on the day and establish themselves as the best play-in team.
Yet despite their dominance, it all came down to the last match between Supermassive and Direwolves. Both teams knew exactly what was at stake, and it got started early as Triple and the rest of the Direwolves fought to keep pace with Supermassive.
Double for the Direwolves. And this is the best case scenario. Yes, you are down, put everything onto Triple. However, here now comes Snowflower, the bot lane is merciless.
But by the 20th minute, the Turkish squad had pushed their gold lead to over 6,000. The Wolves couldn't stave off the assault, and Supermassive took advantage to lock in their knockout stage seed with another convincing statement win.
In the end, Supermassive 5-0 in the group so far, may just make it 6, but first place already locked.
After a one-day break, Supermassive went straight into an intense best-of-5 knockout against Vietnam's EVOS Esports. Many analysts were expecting a dominant performance from the Turkish squad, but their predictions were quickly jeopardized when EVOS came out of the gates hot and took a surprise victory in Game 1. Supermassive seemingly got back on track in Game 2 with huge performances from GBM and Zeitnot that helped tie up the series 1-1.
So much incidental damage on the HUD, but GBM, he's hitting the 3-man ulti. He wants to get Slay, and he's gonna get him. Heals right back up. Fantastic. Oh, he's gonna go in. He wants a little bit more. The Shadow ulti comes out, but is it going to be enough? Buys enough time. Zeitnot still getting the kill. Stark in the middle of everybody. Walks the auto attacks as long as he can, but it is not enough. Zeitnot.
But just when it looked like Supermassive were heating up, Slay cooled them off with a dominant Game 3 performance.
To close this game out, GBM runs for his life. Slay says, not a chance. Triple Quadra, the bounce house, and the Quadra for Slay.
And in Game 4, 17-year-old jungler Yijin made sure it was the end of the line for Supermassive as he blasted them apart to close out the series and once again show that Vietnam was ready to defy expectations.
He wants a little bit more of the flash forward. He's feeling himself. The triple, he's cutting down.
To claim the final group stage spot, Gambit Esports took on the Taiwanese FLASHWolves. Gambit's upset dream felt like it was becoming reality in Game 1 until Mugen's clutch Baron Smite halted their momentum.
He's solo in hell. This is Mugen steals the Baron away.
And helped FLASHWolves steal a win from the clutches of defeat. The FLASHWolves cleaned up their play in Game 2 as they flexed on Gambit from start to finish and put themselves one step away from the MSI group stage.
But he can't grab it. Gets destroyed by Hanabi.
It went from bad to downright ugly for Gambit, and despite picking up first blood, they simply couldn't keep the ship afloat, as FLASHWolves wasted no time in sinking the CIS representatives and punching their tickets to the group stage with a convincing 3-0 sweep.
Doesn't matter. Baron, a desperate attempt for FLASHWolves. Player perfect. They grab the Baron. They're so far ahead.
And that wraps up the MSI play-in stage. FLASHWolves and EVOS Esports will join Europe's Fnatic, North America's Team Liquid, China's Royal Never Give Up, and Korea's Kingzone Giganex in the group stage. Tune in on Friday, May 11th when the action continues at 11 a.m. CEST or 2 a.m. PDT. You don't want to miss it.